guys, welcome to my channel. This is Christine. I am a social media manager and an online freelancer. As a freelancer, most of our jobs are done remotely, so we need to know some of the most important tools and applications that is required for the job. One of those mostly used applications is called Google Sheets. Google Sheets is like the web-based free version of Excel without the macros and some other features. So today, sharing with you on how to use Google Sheets for beginners. We'll be learning the basics like how to create a new spreadsheet and how to name it, add additional sheets to your spreadsheet, hide, show, reorder sheets within your spreadsheet, and more. So let's start the tutorial. Okay, so let's start creating a new spreadsheet. We can do this from scratch by typing sheets.new in your browser. Sheets.new. There you go. Or open a new window, type drive.google.com, and select new, and go to Google Sheets, and here you can choose between a blank sheet or from a template. So I'm going to choose a blank sheet. So now we have created a new spreadsheet. But what if I want to use one from a template? So I'll show you how to do that. It's the same thing. Let's go back. So let's click New, Google Sheets, and from a template. So for templates, there are many available templates that you can use from depending on what kind of spreadsheet you need to create. If it is a schedule or a travel planner or an invoice, a purchase order, anything that you need, you can find it here. But for now, let's just use the one we created as a blank sheet. So now, since we have created a new spreadsheet, let's give it a name. So as you can see that our new spreadsheet is by default labeled Untitled Spreadsheet, as you can see here. To name this, let's click here and enter the title of our spreadsheet, like let's say company budget 2020, and hit enter. So now the name of our spreadsheet is Company Budget 2020. Now we can add sheets to our spreadsheet as well. Just click here to add a new spreadsheet. And double click on the Sheet tab to rename that sheet. Then you can click here to view all the sheets in our spreadsheet. So we can also hide or show our sheets. Sometimes we want to hide a sheet that we're not using at the moment. So for example, maybe we don't want to see the attendance sheet. So to do that, just select the sheet that you want to hide. So I'll select attendance sheet, and on the Sheet tab, click down the arrow, and here you can select Hide Sheet. And to show the sheet back, return to the menu here and select the hidden sheet to make it visible again. There you go. So it's here again. Or you can also click View, select Hidden Sheets, and select Attendance. And here you go. It's visible now. Now we can also reorder our sheets. To do that, just click on the sheet, hold and drag it around your sheets, and reorder them however you like. Okay, how about making another copy of your sheet and you want to use the same template but input different data? So when you work in a team and you have a shared drive, but maybe you don't want to share a spreadsheet until it's just right, in that case, you can work in spreadsheets in your own personal drive and then move it to another shared folder when you're done. Or maybe you want to put your spreadsheet in a new project folder, or maybe you put your sheet in the wrong folder and you need to move it right together. Regardless, you'll move a spreadsheet like this. Go to File, select Move, and you're going to choose the final destination in your drive wherever you want to put the sheet. Put it here and click Move. And there you go. My spreadsheet is moved to another folder. So, we're going to go over how to enter, edit, and format and clear data in a cell. We'll also go over inserting new cells, rows, columns, and how to drag them around your spreadsheet. Google Sheets automatically formats your data, but we can also apply custom formatting of numbers, dates, and currencies. One thing to keep in mind when you're importing data from an external source is that it might not be formatted exactly the way you like. Tip is to make your imported data plain text. This will make it easy to format everything consistently later. To do that, go to the column or row that you want to modify, open Format, go to Number, and select Plain Text. Okay, so now we know our data is all in plain text. Cool, right? Now as you can see from our spreadsheet, we have a few different formats. So here we have dates, and here we have currency. So let's modify the date format to show the year first. Later, we'll sort the sheet by year, so let's change the formatting now. So select the joining date column, click Format, go to Number, and as you can see here, this is the format of a date. But what we want is to show the year first. So let's go to More Formats and More Date and Time Formats. And here, you can select which format you want to show in your spreadsheet. So for us, we want the year first, so let's go with this. As you can see, year, month, and day. So let's click Apply, and there you go. Now it's showing the year first. And here, in the salary column, it's talking about dollars. So we want to change the format to represent currency. So let's do that. Click on Format, go to Number, and click Currency. Okay, so now it's currency. So the spreadsheet that we're working with uses round numbers for the budgets. So there's no reason for us to show the cents in our spreadsheet because it just takes up space. Sheets also has the option to decrease the precision and decimal places. So let's do that. Remove decimal places in the salary column. So select the salary column, or you can select the 1, 2, 3 icon in the toolbar here and set it to currency rounded to decrease the precision and decimal places. There you go. That's optional. Or you can also select the shortcut on the toolbar, the 0.0 or the 0.00 to decrease or increase the precision. There you go. Now, let's in a cell. Let's say this data was bolded and capitalized. There you go. And we wanted to clear that style. I mean, we don't want that. We want the style uniform. So, the easiest way to do so would be to highlight the cell that we want to format, select Format, select Clear Formatting. You may also need to add a cell, row, or column. So let's create a new column. So let's select a new location column, let's say I'll put it here, and let's click on this arrow down and select insert one left or insert one right. So I'll insert one left, and that's one way to insert a column. Now here's another way to insert a column. Select insert. You can select column left or column right, and it does the same thing. Now inserting multiple columns or rows is simple. Just highlight the number of columns you'd want to insert. For example, let's say I want to insert 3 columns. So highlight 3 columns, right click, and you'll see this option, insert 3 left or right. Say left. And let's go the same process for the rows. I'll select 3 rows, right click, insert 3 above or 3 below. There we go. Now let's say we want the position column to be next to the joining date. We can move it like this. You can select the column, click, hold, and drag. Or you can select the row, click, hold, and drag. Now let's learn how to duplicate, print, and publish your spreadsheet. So, how about how to print your spreadsheet? So there are 2 ways to print a spreadsheet. You'll either use the print icon and the toolbox on the top, this one, or you can go to File and select Print. Either way, a settings menu will open where you can customize your print settings. So here, you can customize what you want your spreadsheet to look like on paper. You can customize the paper size, the orientation, if you want a landscape or a portrait, and you can scale it as well, fit to width or height or fit to page, however you like. You can also set page breaks and change what the contents of each printed sheet will look like. Now, let's publish your spreadsheet to the web. If you want to make data from a project public, or whatever your purpose may be, Sheets allows us to publish our spreadsheet to the web. Anyone with its link would be able to access it, or you could embed the entire spreadsheet on a website. Publishing your spreadsheet is a way to make it visible to anyone with the URL link without editing capabilities. So, how to do that? Let us go to File, select Publish to the Web, and here, you can choose to publish the entire document file or publish standalone sheets within the spreadsheet. Entire document, sheet for the sales, select sales, and I can publish it as a web page or a PDF or a TSV. Let's publish it as a PDF and hit publish when you're ready to make your spreadsheet live. Click OK, and you'll be provided the link that anyone can access to see the results of that published document. Let's copy and see how it looks like when we search it. There you go. It was downloaded as a PDF, and that's how our spreadsheet looks like. Now, let's also discuss some basic keyboard shortcuts that will help you work faster. I'm using a Windows laptop, so most of my shortcuts will begin with the Control key. For Mac users, it will be with the Command key. So let's start with the most popular shortcut that I use. It's Control A or Select All. So you may want to use this feature if you want to change the font of the entire sheet at once. For example, this. There you go. So the first time you use Control A, you will select the entire content within the bounds of the table. But if you hit Control A a second time, this will select the entire range of the sheet. Combining Control and arrow keys will allow you to quickly jump locations in your sheet. So if we start on column A and hit Control plus the right arrow, your cursor will jump to the farthest adjacent cell location with a value. See that? We just jumped from column A to column E. Now, let's say you want to skip down to the bottom of the list of employees to view the data of the last person in the list. So instead of scrolling all the way down each time, you can jump to the bottom of our table. If you hit Control plus arrow down, we will jump to the last row in your sheet. This is incredibly useful when you have thousands or even hundreds of thousands of rows of data in a single spreadsheet. So what about Find and Replace feature? Sometimes we can make mistakes entering data in other cells. We need to go into the spreadsheet and change the incorrect spelling every single time it appears. So rather than doing that, we can use the Find and Replace feature to make a bulk edit. This will save us a lot of time. I don't have to hunt for each instance of a misspelled word. So, to do that, so I don't have a misspelled word here in our spreadsheet right now, but let's say I want to replace the word assistant to associate. So, in order to do that, just press Ctrl plus H to open the search bar. Now, we'll enter the original value in Find. So the word that we want to replace is assistant. So let's put that here and find assistant. And we want to replace it with the word associate. So you see that there is an option here on where to search. So we will do that with this sheet only, or you can select all sheets if you want to change all the sheets that you have in the spreadsheet. But for me, I will do only with this sheet. And click on Replace All. And voila! There we go. Everything is changed to associate. Now, let's look at the undo feature as well. Let's say you just did an action and you wish to return. Now, we just replaced assistant to associate, and I realized that I don't want to do that. So how do we put it back again? All you have to do is the undo feature. You can go to edit and click undo. There we go. And you can also click redo if you want to redo the action. Or you can press Ctrl Z on your keyboard to undo the action. So congratulations! You made it through our Google Sheets tutorial. You should now feel comfortable creating spreadsheets, editing them, and printing and publishing them. Practice it yourself anytime you want. I hope this tutorial helped you learn on how to use Google Sheets. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more tutorials, click on the subscribe button below and tune in on my upcoming video tutorials. Bye!